We will reclaim our nation, and I will give you back your freedom and your life. We're going to give you back your freedom.
We have said it on this show before, and we're going to say it again because it's so true. Donald Trump and his mouth are his own worst enemy out on the campaign trail. It is why he is so afraid to sit down with any interview that's not Fox or the OAN propaganda network, or really anyone who is just willing to throw him softballs and hold his hand, because he knows when he opens his mouth, it is bound to backfire, and it always does. And it did tonight at a rally in Arizona. When Donald Trump really just admitted to how troubled he is up there, we have been talking so much about Donald Trump's cognitive decline, but it appears now Donald Trump wants to talk about his own cognitive decline too. So, thank you. And it was just a disaster, and we are going to get into all of it. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you enjoy our channel and want to be a part of the community that we are building here, to hit that subscribe button. It really goes a long way and means the world to me. Now let's get into this clip of Donald Trump and just an absolutely insane statement he made in the middle of this rally.
325,000 lives are probably gone. Their parents will never get to see them again. And these are people that she allowed just as if she had a gun in her hand, okay? And for that woman to be running for president is a disgrace, and everybody knows it.
The derangement becomes clearer and clearer every single day. He's now accusing VP Harris, essentially, of murder. What is wrong with this person? And I know he was on the edge of saying that she is a criminal because of that. But then Donald Trump would be admitting the truth that maybe we shouldn't have criminals as our president like himself. And of course, it's not the first time he said something like that. But Donald, what about the people you sent to violently attack Capitol Police officers on January 6th? Thoughts on that? No, of course not. He just wants to lie, push conspiracies, and of course praise himself, which he did in this crazy clip right here.
We put up television screens now. But I said to Brandon just a little while ago, I said, you know, I draw all these people. I don't think I've ever had a story that Trump is a great speaker. I hear about great speakers like Churchill. I hear about a lot of great speakers. But I've never heard that Trump is a great... Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble, because you know what they're going to do? He's comparing himself to Winston Churchill.
We have seen several examples, and we saw them during this rally, specifically of Donald Trump's complete inability to speak, to orate. And I know he said that the mainstream media is going to say he was trying to compare himself to Winston Churchill, but he was trying to compare himself to Winston Churchill. He always says he is an incredible speaker, but Donald, just because a bunch of your MAGA cultists show up to the first 5 minutes of your rally and then leave, that doesn't make you a great speaker. I don't know what makes you think those things are correlated, but if you have heard yourself speak, then I think you would know the truth about that, especially when the speech and your rallies get so weird as it did right here when Donald Trump was interacting with the crowd in a way that'll make your skin crawl.
How good is that? Where is that woman? Stand up. Oh, stand up. Look at her. Wow. I would say that's beautiful. Is she your wife? You know what? I would say she's a beautiful woman, but if I did say that, my political career, you're not allowed to say that. So I'm not allowed to call you a beautiful woman, but...
The way he speaks about women is just always so, it's uncomfortable. You kind of have to shower after watching a Trump rally because of the things he says and the way he acts. And I guess, I don't know, maybe the crowd likes the interaction, but it's just such an uncomfortable thing to observe the way that he talks about people. And it's not just the way that he talks about people, it's the way that he tries and fails oftentimes to talk. We said this earlier in the video that Donald Trump, of course, wants to claim he's this great orator. He wants to talk about how much of a wonderful speaker he is. The best words, he speaks at a 4th grade level, by the way. And that is so incredibly clear and true that he just can't talk anymore in this clip right here.
Do you know Biden never took it off? Because if he ever did, it's so much money, But also, if he ever did, our country would be just overrun.
He is always searching for the words. He is rarely finding the words, the best words, as he would like to call them. And that's one of the many reasons why the mainstream media needs to do a better job of covering Donald Trump's cognitive decline. But it's not just the verbal slip-ups. It is the obvious derangement and decline that we continue to see from him. But it's not just us apparently wanting to bring that up. Donald Trump wanted to talk about his own cognitive decline. And a clip that's kind of funny because it just shows how far gone he is.
Little thing, and I'll say something a little bit like I'll say duh. They'll say he's cognitively impaired. No, I'll let you know when I will be. I will be someday. We all will be someday, but I'll be the first to let you know. But when you can do this 3-4 times a day.
He is letting us know that he knows that we can tell that he has lost it. He is at such a point of derangement that even he has to acknowledge it in his state of narcissism, in which he will just deny, project. Of course, he's been saying a lot lately that VP Harris is a low IQ because he's mad that she beat if she beat him so badly in that debate. But again, this is all projection from Donald Trump. But the fact that he's bringing up his own cognitive decline, wow, that is one guy off message, and the message got even weirder in this clip right here.
We won 2 world wars, and then we changed the name of bases. Can you imagine? And in North Carolina, they want the name Bragg. We took it out, Fort Bragg. It's now got a different name. We'll have to see about that. I think we're going to change that name back.
Less than 30 days out from this election, Donald Trump is talking about when Mills Hornby elector, his own cognitive decline, and now praising the Confederacy, wants to bring back the name Fort Bragg. Well, I guess Donald Trump loves traitors because they're a lot like him. So of course he would want to do that. Of course he would want to compliment his fellow Confederates, his fellow anti-democratic individuals throughout history. Those are his favorite. It's dictators. It's Confederates. Those are the people that Donald Trump loves, and he certainly loves his crowd. And he talked about his crowd. We saw earlier, but in this clip right here in a pretty strange way.
He's the longest serving professor in the history of MIT, like 40 years, 41 years. Can you imagine? So this is good. Does anybody believe in genes? Do you guys believe in genetics? These guys have good genetics, too, for safety, and that's all we want you for. We don't want you for anything else.
This seems to be the go-to for Trump. Now, he wants to be talking about people's genes lately, not just in a positive way. He always says that he has the best genes. I don't know if that's true. He always talks about the great genes in his crowd, but he also is talking about a lot more lately the bad genes being brought in by immigrants. Yeah, the guy who's quoting Hitler all the time, talking about bad genes of those invading our country. Not a shock. Pretty disgusting, though. Pretty abhorrent to hear and to see, and it's even grosser when he talks about things like this.
We will reclaim our nation, and I will give you back your freedom and your life. We're going to give you back your freedom. Everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope.
It is clear what he wants. The underlying message to be, who is that freedom from that he's promising? Because there's certainly no freedom under Donald Trump. He stripped Women's Reproductive Freedoms Project 2025, wants to strip a whole host of civil liberties from us. So what is that freedom for? I think it's freedom from the people that Donald Trump and his MAGA crowd, his cult, they don't like. And that should scare us all. Especially in this weak-door state that Donald Trump is in when he's lashing out and trying to attack everyone, a state that VP Harris so perfectly called him out for in this clip right here.
And he's not, but here's the thing, North Carolina, and he's not being transparent with the voters. He's not being transparent. So check this out. He refuses to release his medical records. I've done it. every other presidential candidate in modern era has done it. He is unwilling to do a 60 Minutes interview. Like every other major party candidate has done for more than half a century. He is unwilling to meet for a second debate. And here's the thing, it makes you wonder, why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question, are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America? Is that what's going on? So folks, for these reasons and so many more, it is time to turn the page.
The difference between rallies couldn't be any clearer, and the difference between candidates couldn't be any clearer. Donald Trump won't do another debate. He won't go on 60 Minutes. He won't release his medical records. He's afraid he's running. He's hiding. He's scared. VP Harris is out with new messages, out with new policy, and out with a new vision for the future. What does Donald Trump have rambling nonsense? I think the decision is clear, and we're going to keep talking about it every single day on the show. And if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. You can leave a like on this video, and if you're stuck around at the end, you drop a blue heart in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you soon.